How do you see the Netherlands and specifically Amsterdam in terms of how that's seen from the rest of Europe and particularly from your view as a German investor?
When looking from the German side, I would say a lot of the investors, also the investors we are dealing with, they have done investments in the Dutch market for years and they have operated in the Dutch market for a while. But what they realized was that you had a lot of investment or new possibilities for new build development, new land plots available in a lot of areas, especially in the Amsterdam area. So a 10-year lease was not what really a lot of German investors expected for an investment that they perceived as core and riskless, because they realized that the tenants were quite flexible in moving away, even if you have a build-to-suit building. So I think today the German investors, they start to come back to look at the Dutch market, but they're very reluctant because they simply don't find the core product they are looking for, because they burned themselves a lot with investments maybe in Southeast or some others where they had a good lease, but after the lease expired, they ended up with a nearly empty building and realizing that they have to be more on the core side. And looking at the core side, it's quite hard to get the buildings, I guess. And that's also one of the reasons why we believe that, as we've heard about the retail segment, that you see very few transactions taking place, because I think that the product for a lot of, at least our investors, is currently missing in the market.
So that's interesting. So in essence, there's what you're saying is less that it's an issue with sentiment, and more that it's an issue with product, or?
It is also an issue with sentiment, to be honest, because they are looking at some of the headline figures, although in comparison with a lot of European countries, they are not looking so bad. That's correct, but the German investors is mostly comparing with the German market. So why going outside Germany, and what is the reason to go for the Dutch market when compared with the German market? Although you might have good arguments about the German market maybe not being in such a good shape as everybody thinks it is. So there can be a good reason for going outside, because the caveats in the German market might be bigger as we all expect the current situation.